Today is 22nd of March 2018. Market open positive, but the gain was short-lived and eventually retraced down 19 point to close at 3491. Volume is below average. For the last 4 sessions, volume has been low. That shows lack of commitments between the buyer and the seller, so they're all marking time. Mentioned previously that markets after the severe sell-down are likely to become range bounds with volatile swing, and this is what we have been experiencing. Now each successive swings, the magnitude gets smaller, and right now market is actually forming a triangle consolidation patterns. It can break either up or down. We are biased towards the upside purely because market was trailing before that. However, anything can happen. Now the area here represents the supports and resistance, so we'd like to actually watch this level going forward. Now markets actually remained choppy at this point in time with the interest rate hike news not fully digest. The Dow's futures is actually negative at the moment. Now let's take a look at the stocks that we've been mentioning over the last few videos. This is ventures. Notice the gains was returned and eventually closed off high. Going forward, likely to actually pullbacks. During the pullback, we like to look for a setup and eventually go long. China Sansing managed to actually trades up 1 cent. Notice actually the stocks after making this high volume has been retracing, and this again during the pullback itself volume has been low. Today the up bars itself was short-lived and eventually retraced, trading off the high. Technically we have a setup here, the big dipper. We like to see the low, the stock break above the high here 149. Best stock was the stocks that actually recover very strongly from a low. This is what I'm referring to, and this is a bit overextended. We do expect pullback. Again today pullback itself, though it's a wide range reversal, but the volume is not significantly high. I'd like to see how it actually turn out. If we can trade sideways, there'll be a consolidation and eventually look for a upside break above high of 190. This is UMS. Quite a deep pullback here. Pretty obvious is this particular reversal bar here. After actually making a high, we do expect pullback. So here the reversal bar does indicate that slightly to actually pullback from here. It's good to lock in profits. And right now here we have a big dipper setup. It's quite a deep pullback though. We'd like to see it break above this high here of 134. AEM. Losing its momentums here. If you notice actually on this day we have a gap, so we know that it's likely to actually continue to pull back, and this is what we have seen. However, the pullbacks volume has been low, so it's just a normal corrections. Again, we'd like to wait for it to complete its pullback and eventually break on the upside. Olam. Now if you take a look at Olam's, this is a very big consolidation patterns and it's testing this resistance here of 247. If you notice, it was not able to clear and it retraced from here. Now I'd like to see how it actually turn up over here, and if the pullbacks over here shallow, we may look for a break above this high here of 250. Another stock that has a move recently is Costco. It has a triangle consolidation breakout with a trust bar followed by pullbacks, to be expected because this trust bar is a company that's really high volume. Currently a big dipper setup. We look for a break above this high here of 515. Let's turn our attentions to the banks. This is DBS. Again today it actually trade a down bar, but volume extremely low. It's currently doing a 3-wave corrections. It's a compact retracements. Again, basically we just wait for it to complete its consolidations and eventually go for a break. Now the other bank stocks has a much wider range in terms of the reversal bar. This is UOB. If you notice, actually engulfed the previous body, so that's generally short-term bearish. However, you notice the volume is also not very high. OCBC, it's quite similar patterns. Alright, we have a wide range reversal bar engulfing the body of the previous bar. Volume is not significantly high. So it's perhaps better to actually watch out over the next few sessions to get a sense of directions. We'll take a look at some of the weak stocks. This is Osley. Stock has a gap down a couple of days back. This is really a distribution pattern. It actually broke down. There's a throwback right now. Eventually, we'd like to see break below this low here of 51 cent. Yangzijiang is also one of the weak stocks. And, today managed to make another low after this drop. If you notice, actually it trades sideways before you fail. Again, look for throwback and we look for setup again. Thai Beverage stocks after sell downs have been range bound, trading sideways. I'd like to see this break below this low here of 80 cent. Quite similar patterns for Genting, Singapore. Alright, after the drops, notice it trades sideways. We'd like to wait for it to complete the consolidations. Again, look for breaks below this low here of 109. Now REITs somehow did not experience any severe sell down despite the interest rate hike. If you can take a look at stock in the sector, if you notice, let's say for example Capital Commercials, notice generally it held well. It doesn't respond quite negatively. This is Maple Industry. Notice today it actually traded up bar. So REITs, if you take a look at what happens today itself, majority of the stocks actually doesn't have much reactions except for this list here, which is slightly down. But again, you notice there's no significant sell down, so it kind of held well, despite the fact that actually interest rate hiked would have increased the borrowing costs for this for the REITs. So again, the markets, we're not too sure about the directions, especially after the interest rate hike. We will just have to wait it out and until the markets is clear. So really, staying aside is one of the options you can consider until the markets become clearer.